Yo yo, it's Big Gomaz narrating Jacob vs. Teclis for Callous Cup play-ins. I already know the outcome of this game, but don't really remember what happened in them, so let's find out. Jacob, mostly known for playing old gens, black, white, ADV, DPP, maybe moderate success, shows up once in a while in team tournaments. Teclis coming off a pretty brutal SPL. I think he finished like 1-5 before getting subbed out. And besides that, there's not too much else I know of him. I know both of them are big ADV enthusiasts, Teclis especially. And a lot of people are heavily favoring him to win this game. If you look in the predictions section of the CALLOUS Cup server. Okay, so turn 1, Jacob brings out Suicune and Teclis brings out T-Tart. Obviously going to favor the Suicune. Teclis forced to switch out, and he'll show a Venusaur. Which is kind of interesting that it's not a lead Venusaur. It's usually what you'll see when there's a Venusaur, you know, get the early sleep on a Zapdos, Suicune, Tyranitar, whatever. And Jacob will stay in to fodder the Suicune to sleep. Kind of risky, because could have just taken a shit ton from a Giga Drain or Razor Leaf, but I guess he wanted to fodder this off. Maybe get an Ice Beam if he got a miss or something. And Snorlax will come in on the Leech Seed, so that's probably not going to be lasting too long for Mr. Snorlax here. So far, judging off Jacob's team, I would say it's one of those all-in on your 2 setup sweeper teams. As Tyranitar comes in and takes a Body Slam para. See, does he show leftovers here? He does, so it's a leftovers T-Tar. No Choice Band, and we'll see a Focus Punch from Teclis. Hit Skarmory unless para? No para. Yeah, so yeah, Jacob's team gets spikes up. That's almost certainly a Roarcoon, judging by the fact that there's the spiking Skarmory. As Jacob's going to lose some more health on his Skarm. Teclis going for a nice Focus Punch as the spike goes up. I could say with certainty that he's going to have probably a Magneton. The Celebi almost confirms it. This team really doesn't want to face Skarm. Teclis, on the other hand, this team's a lot more open to possibilities. We really only see 2 Mons, one of which is Tyranitar, and that's a big HP grass crit for Jacob. I'm not sure if he needed to risk the T-Tar having Bug, but to each his own. Crit will help out. It means next time Snorlax is in, +1 Frustration / Body Slam should just kill. That's right, your real Body Slam. Skarmory comes in for Jacob, and Jacob goes for a Psychic, hoping to catch something doubled in on the Magneton. I'm not sure what he would double in to catch Magneton. Maybe, I don't think he has a Dugtrio, judging by the archetype. Maybe like Moltres or something. Drill Pack does 25. I'm pretty sure that means that that's an offensive Skarmory. As Magneton comes in on the spike this turn. And if I remember correctly, Jacob actually switches here, trying to scout for HP ground. He saw the damage on Drill Peck and realized something was up. So this is probably going to fuck him up in the long run, as he finds out that his Skarm is slower and not taunt, whereas Teclis's is. So he really needs to get the Magneton trap out. Okay, there's one Spike Abuser that's not quite Moltres. This Charizard just kind of eats Jacob alive now. Wow. Suicune's asleep. Spike is up, and this Claydol probably does not have Explosion. That's a good miss for Jacob's favor. So get some chip with Psychic. Yeah, I'm almost certain this isn't an Explosion Claydol. He probably would have had to use it there if it were. Suicune comes in on a Fire Blast, 21, about right. I would say the only thing that's worse for Jacob than Moltres is actually Charizard, making Snorlax even tougher to come in and rest up because of Focus Punch. Jolteon will come in as Snorlax is doubled into. Not sure. I think he was just trying to get Snorlax in on an HP grass. That's my most logical conclusion. Jolteon Baton passes out into Skarmory. Which is going to mean probably another layer goes up. A Paralyze will help. It means there's no chance he gets HP grounded. Except that he already has shown 4 moves, so I don't think it really matters. But Jacob goes for another attack when Skarmory is not switching. Not sure if I agree that Teclis should be throwing this out so early, especially when he has the option to safely double something into Snorlax. Namely, Venusaur could come in. I'm not sure what his last is, but it's probably another normal resist. Maybe not. A Tyranitar Starmie. Starmie final goes down, 2 spikes up. Charizard gets a kill. Almost certainly you just let Magneton go here if you're Jacob. Yeah. Best case scenario, you get a Fire Blast dodge, and suddenly this game's looking pretty good, but no such dodge. Snorlax comes in. Kind of surprised you wouldn't opt to go into Claydol first to spin before getting something in on this, but I guess he figures he can spin later, perhaps on Jolteon or something. Or whatever a potential 6th might be. The Venusaur will come in. It's just going to play games as Leech Seed, and since Snorlax's HP is so high, it's going to be taking a lot of health down. Jacob will rest up, won't even go for a Body Slam Para. Body Slam Para might have been enough to actually bail him out, but I don't know. It's looking kind of grim. Skarmory comes in. Good HP Fire from Teclis, so that's going to be a 2 KO. He was hoping to catch a Giga Drain or a Razor Leaf, I guess. Teclis really had no reason not to Hidden Power there, just kind of keep denying the Skarmory. And once you show it once, there's a lot more fear of going into Skarmory once Jacob knows he's going to be Hidden Powering. So Claydol gets in. Almost certainly just going to opt for the spin. This Giga Drain looks like it might 2-hit KO from 53. But I mean, even if it doesn't, Psychic probably won't do all that much, and he'll get a lot of Leech Seed health back from the Sleeping Snorlax. Giga Drain heals it up to full. If this were a Rest Talk Snorlax, I'd say Jacob would have a chance, but judging by the fact that there's no Pursuit Tar, and there we go, there's no Sleep Talk. That would have probably been the only way to bail him out, but even then I think this is Gengar last. Judging by how the team wants to abuse spikes with Taunt Scarm, no Spinner. Then you have these 3 as abusers. Pretty cool team from Teclis, actually like it. I'm not sure if I would make T-Tar the lead over Venusaur, but maybe that's just to throw him off, because realistically you're like switching into Skarmory versus Metagross versus Salamence versus other T-Tar. So it's kind of a cool way to compose the team. I'm not sure if the last is actually going to be Gengar or not, but that would be my bet. We see a turn to go Body Slam, biffed on the Para. So another rest goes up. Now the Charizard's in though. It's bad news bears for Jacob. Suicune comes in on a good HP Grass from Teclis. This next one could kill. How many turns has he been asleep? 1 turn. So Jacob really needs to wake up here. HP Grass only does 30. Suicune will not wake up. Goodbye, Suicune. From here, I don't know if CALLOUS is allowing people to press the fast forward button, but spoiler alert, this one looks kind of over. Claydol takes 46 from an HP Grass. Oh, he does have Explosion. It's a surprise. And then all that stands in the way of Teclis winning is a Sleeping Snorlax. After he puts a Leech Seed on it, it's kind of just taking too much damage each turn from T-Bolt plus the Leech Seed plus Sand denying his leftovers, so there's probably nothing Jacob can do since he isn't earning Sleep Talk here. I would have liked to know what Teclis' last was. I'm almost certain it's Gengar, but I feel like he would have gone to it after Leech Seeding. So maybe not. Other possible lasts, maybe... Maybe Dugtrio. Probably not. That would be really strange. We'll just waste some time. He rests up. Jolteon comes in to start pressuring down. And Jacob Body Slams. Doesn't even go for a rest to try and PP stall. There's no way to get out of this without getting crit. So that's game 1 to Teclis. On to game 2. Tyranitar into Milo lead. Another water into T-Tar. Jacob will show out the Blissey turn 1 on a Surf and on a Toxic, as Jacob just throws out a Seismitoss. This could have been an offensive Milotic. I would have loved to see that. I know some people are fans of that lead Hypnosis shit. I'm not sure that's kind of Teclis' style though. Zapdos comes in on a Surf. takes 29. Judging by the damage, it looks offensive. I'll throw out a Toxic onto the Celebi. Probably not going to have Drill Peck if you have Toxic. And he'll Baton Pass into an Aerodactyl on a Leech Seed though, which kind of doesn't help because too many things are going to switch in here and just heal up with the Leech Seed already set. Yeah, but a good double to Zapdos. Keep momentum forward on Jacob's side. He'll throw out a Toxic, hit the Celebi. I'm surprised if he thought Celebi would come in that he didn't opt to Baton Pass, maybe into like a Pursuit Tar or Doug Trio, but maybe he's not running either. Leech Seed comes on to Zapdos again. Celebi's probably going to switch here into like Claydol or something. No, he'll actually just go for a Recover. As T-Tar gets in, so this looks like a free Pursuit for Jacob. Brings us down to 32. I'm not sure if T-Bolt will kill 2K for that. It did 16 last time, so it could. As an offensive Claydol comes in, 62 from EQ, and Crunch doesn't finish it off. Now, if he was running the God Set counter T-Tar, the Claydol was gonzo. Although Teclis probably might have a Doug Trio in the back. Definitely has a Magneton. Nah, I don't think he has Doug Trio. I know he has Magneton, unless he's running like some Wish Calm Mind Jirachi. That would be the only other way to circumvent this, as Jacob reveals Fortress last, but I'll take a Taunt as he goes for a Spike. Both teams opting for Spikes this time around. Teclis team a little more defensive, maybe. There's the Doug Trio. I was incorrect and correct. So that makes me more believing that the last will be some sort of Jirachi as well. Crazy EQ from Teclis on the Zapdos, rewarded with a crit. I don't think Fortress Oko's... Yeah, there's the Jirachi. I don't think Fortress Oko's Doug Trio without a Boom, so he would have had to Boom there or take one Spike that's guaranteed to be spun away because you don't have a Gengar. So probably not the biggest crit in the world unless he opted to actually Boom on the Doug Trio, but Doug Trio is going to come in handy useful. Come in handy later. Come in handy useful. Wow. T-Bolt onto the Doug Trio. Already proven its usefulness. Swampert will come in this time. It's probably what Jacob should have opted into rather than the Fortress. I think the Fortress was kind of greedy because had he EQ'd and even not crit, it's like, what do you do then? Almost certain HP Bug doesn't kill. Another Spike goes up. My Lodic will come in on an HP Grass. Wow. I guess he was scouting HP Ice for Celebi, maybe? I mean, he doesn't really need my Lodic, especially if it's not going to unfreeze anytime soon. So it seems like a fair play from Teclis, playing it really safe. And since he knows this thing doesn't have HP Ice, he can come in on it. He'll take a Toxic, but big whoop at this point. Tyranitar's chipped, right? Yeah, so if this thing has HP Grass, which isn't shown yet, but if it does, he can't come in and pursue it. And Jacob's best bet is probably going to be some sort of Arrow Miracle, but since he has the Jirachi rather than the Magneton, I am doubtful. Skarmory comes in, hoping for an HP Flying. I'll take a Rock Slide. Good bit of damage from it, too. As Jirachi comes in on the next one, only 20. Probably got some Fizz Def in there, if not maxed out. And there's the Wish, as I called. I know I said I saw this game, but I really was not watching at all. All I saw was the Doug Trio crit. I just called out his team perfectly. Ice Beam crits, doesn't really matter. It's Wish back almost full. As the third layer goes down, I have a feeling this game is looking a little grim for Mr. Jacob. He's going to probably not be able to break this Celebi Jirachi Skarmory core, especially when you factor in that Spikes are killing T-Tar and Blissey every time it comes in. He'll get a nice dodge on Leech Seed, maybe giving him some leg room with Rock Slide, but HP Flying hits into Skarmory. It's not what you want. He'll go for another one as he catches the Roar into Swampert. So he's showing Ice Beam and Protect, so he could be running Surf EQ, he could be running Toxic over Surf. He could even go the Gamer route and drop Surf for Focus Punch. That's what I do. Hopefully no one C-teams me though. Hey, there's a freeze. That might bail him out. Until Skarmory comes in and takes 25 from a Surf. It's about what I had expected. Celebi comes in again, but Recover PP's much greater than Ice Beam PP, let's say that much. Another Leech Seed miss. I'm not sure if I agree with the lack of Recover there, but almost certainly seems like he doesn't have HP Grass at this point. Teclis is Celebi, that is, because if he did, I think just recovering and going for Grass was fine. Best case scenario for Jacob is he gets out of the way and comes in on Blissey, but then Dugtrio just comes in, since it's probably an adamant bulky Dugtrio. Don't think this team really needs Starmie trapped. Jacob will get some leverage out of the Swampert. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. Teclis is making some weird moves. All he has to do is get Celebi in and just keep at it. Ice Beam PP does not last forever, nor does Toxic. He has more than enough recovers to go. Doesn't even really need to be using Leech Seed. Jacob throws out a Protect, another Leech Seed. He is running pretty low on Leech Seed. Maybe Jacob could stall that out. Tyranitar will come in though. I guess he was really expecting to see an HP Grass there, but nope, just a Leech Seed and T-Tar drops. Although it was slower than everything at that point, except maybe Teclis is Skarmory, so it probably doesn't matter. Slide hits onto Skarmory. Another one would kill, so Teclis should get out of the way and just go Claydol, but he'll make a aggressive Roar. Not really sure if that was the right move when you have a Claydol at, what, 33? It's kind of less useful than Skarmory, I feel like, but, you know, to each his own. Seismic Toss hits Dugtrio. That is a 0 HP Dugtrio, so maybe he is Jolly. Kills Blissey, but gets revenged by Arrow. Since Arrow's locked in to HP Flying, he'll be able to get a Wish off with Jirachi and bring Celebi back in. Or we'll bring Skarmory back in. Yeah, that's right. Ice Beam would need a crit or a freeze to do anything. And this is the best way that Teclis can melt the Swampert's PP. Is keeping Skarmory alive so you're not just Ice Beaming and hoping you don't get Earthquaked on Jirachi with Thing-a-Ding. Double Protect from Jacob. Wow. PP has been wasted. Arrow comes in, eats a Drill Peck. He's probably going to go for... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Don't think you needed to risk a random EQ saving the game right there. But he'll do it anyway. Ice Punch crits the Swampert. Just kind of finishing the inevitable a little faster. Skarmory comes back in. And as soon as he hits a Roar, Swampert is really going to be on its last legs. He will opt to Drill Peck instead. Let's see, freeze? No freeze. How many Ice Beams does he have left? 7 left. 10 protects. Versus 25, now 24 drills. Kinda just waiting for the Swampert to die. Now Teclis gets the right idea and starts roaring, because believe it or not, Drill does not as much damage as Spikes. Nope, but he will Drill Peck again. 25 is less than 15 to 17, it looks like. Some more drills, some more protects. Jacob just begging for a freeze at this point. He'll get another double protect off. I don't think Rock Slide has enough PP to hypothetically win. What is Celebi at? Or sorry, Jirachi's at full, so yeah, he couldn't even flinch his way to victory at this point. He would really need to freeze this. It's a crit, but it's not as good as a freeze. Next Drill Peck might be in range to kill. I mean, you want to know how you guarantee the kill on the Swampert is you just roar. There you go, you got the right idea. Now you can let this Skarmory drop. Jirachi comes in on the Rock Slide. Swampert gets sacked off, and Celebi plus Jirachi wins 100%. I'm going to go ahead and say it, yeah, because you get to sack the Claydol, find out if he Earthquakes. Even if he, like, hidden powered, so what? This dies and then Jirachi kills Zap with Ice Punch. That's going to be the game. Aerodactyl no longer has a way to win. Earthquake will not beat this Celebi one-on-one. He'll go for flinches, but actually maybe if it's doing 20 each time, you could technically kill the Jirachi with 3 Rock Slides. if you crit all 3 and flinch the first 2. Maybe that will save Teclis in the end, actually. There's 1. Ooh, you got a few more chances. Oh, no you don't. Here's the freeze. Okay. Oh, hey, there's the thaw. It's not over. Just kidding, it's over. Thank you for watching. Go me in Callous Cup.